I'm just saying, guess who? Yours truly. Yours truly. I'm back. Was on a different journey for the past couple of months. We haven't been with you guys. Welcome to the pit stop tonight. Listen, it's been a real challenge. And listen, we all need this mental health check in tonight. And believe me, I hope that you pass through tonight. And we welcome you again to the pit stop, our mental health check in, our last mental health check in for 2024. We made it to this point, and we're just so glad. We just are so grateful for all our supporters, everybody who has been there for us individually, as a group, all over the world, all over the place. Things, wonderful, amazing things have happened for us. And listen, again, I'm back. Got some stories to share with you. Just a little tip of the iceberg. And as we go into the new year tonight and moving forward into the new year, the coming months, the coming weeks, oh my God, I tell you, sometimes you need to just stop and just take a breather. So many things happen to us in life. It can be tremendous challenges. It can be things that you can never ever just wrap your brain around. You can't even imagine, like, how did you get to that place? Albeit, it's a good thing. It just elevates you to go to move to a whole new place. And I hope that you guys can hear me tonight. For those of you who are on uh, YouTube tonight, um, just chime in. Just chime in. I'm gonna try to connect, see if I can see you on YouTube tonight. Um, yeah, I miss you, and I miss you again. Tonight is a mental health check-in, and yeah, we're gonna do this tonight for a little bit, and I'm just sending a link to to the sisterhood, to Chef Alva. Tonight, she's going to be joining us tonight, sharing new beginnings. So yeah, we're popping into the new year. Tonight, we're dropping the ball early, meaning we're gonna drop the ball. We're gonna drop the ball and say goodbye to the old year. We're gonna start early, say goodbye to the old year. Leave anxiety where it's at. Leave old nonsense, mayhem, and foolishness where it's at. We don't know how to do it all the time, but we're going to do it together tonight at the pit stop. So, yeah. And again, I'm back. And this is yours truly, none other than the Grand Queen coming at you tonight. And I guess some of you are saying, woo, child, look at those glasses. Where y'all go? But yeah, I could see better. I could see everything with these. So I'm just happy to be back tonight. Not just you know just back at the show, but we're talking about back to life. We're talking about new beginnings, saying bye bye to the old and in with the new. Old things are past, all things are new. It has to happen. Sometimes, the bad has to happen. The bad and good is always present. And I'm gonna share a little bit, some little tidbits with you tonight and forthcoming on this Sunday. And we're still going to be doing alternate Sundays, the Just Stop It show. But tonight again is our last um, pit stop show, our mental health check-in for the year. But we'll be back every Wednesday night for sure, right? And I just want to give a shout out and to different ones in a minute. And tonight we're gonna drop the ball again on the things that we've been through, on some of the joy, some of the hurt, some of the pain, reflecting on the past, setting some goals. The goal is to set new goals and change. That's the goal. And to find joy and peace. And I gotta tell you, I gotta tell you a little story about peace later. So yeah, here we are. And I want to give a shout out. I'm gonna drop the ball early tonight again, early celebration. We give a shout out to our queen of, I tell you, of everything amazing, of everything phenomenal, creator of, just let me just flash that. This is an amazing piece that Shannon has made, our opulent one. And also our Trayvon Wiz, Trey Wiz, our Trey Wiz kid, Trayvon. Um, Not sure if he'll be joining us tonight, if Shannon will be joining us tonight. I love you guys, and I'm just so happy for the new path that you guys are on. And here we are tonight. So again, this is yours truly, the Grand Queen, producer and founder of the Just Stop It show. And again, I miss you guys, Trayvon, and I miss you, Shannon. And I hope that you guys pass through. And also give a shout out to our big sister, my big sister Margaret in his house, and our also Auntie Kim. Shout out to you. Happiest New Year and prosperous New Year forthcoming, and more, and the best of good mental health, the best of everything that you and all of God's creation deserves. And who knew that we would have to be in such difficult places to really, to come up, to be that great person that we're supposed to be. So it's okay. Our greatness always shines through the muck and the mire. And I want to give a shout out to Victor, my good brother Victor, and also for being there for us, for being there for me. Also, my good brother, uh, my big brother, Albert Jackson, overseer Albert Jackson, my big brother Gerald. I just want to give some shout out and love to them. And also Queen Toya, want to give a shout out to her. And Shannon is here in the house, and so is uh Alva. Let me just add her.
Hello.
Hey Alva. Hey, what it is.
Happy New Year's Eve. Here we are.
Happy New Year's Eve. Absolutely. Shannon, if you hear me, for some reason you are X'd out. Come on back through, Shannon. I love you, you guys, and I'm just so happy to see you, Alba and Shannon, and
And I also
also Trey Wiz. I know you somewhere watching, and Big Sister Margaret, and Ariel, my baby girl, and my sons Joe and William. Big shout out, happy New Year's Eve to you guys. Yes, Queen, what's up?
me.
Yes, you.
Oh, one when you say Shiro, chef or something.
My Shiro, my queen.
I accept the crown.
Absolutely. We all have learned how to wear that crown. Sometimes it get a little crooked, sometimes it falls off, but we help each other to get it right, to get to it. Get
I'm
through
raising
it,
a
get
bar.
with it.
I'm raising a bar in my crownship this year. I'm raising a bar.
Absolutely.
And that's
You hear
just how
that,
it goes.
America?
Yeah,
That's right.
life, you got to keep raising your bar.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You get this
Absolutely.
room to get better and better. But I'm in here. I'm cooking. I already finished cooking. Some New Year's Eve dinner.
All right, you all right now?
Yeah. And I still got some leftovers from Thanksgiving, like the ham and stuff. But I cooked some new stuff. And I like your hairdo. New do.
Oh, thank you very much. I have to try. I have to try.
Yeah.
I got to work at it, work on it, work through it. I thank you. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate you.
So I'm
working on
here in my bedroom and just chilling, relaxing for the new year, thinking of good things, and that's it.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow I go out and do my video. For me to get back on to the radio
now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go and my little promo video, shoot that.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's give you a little dab right there, a little dab. Yeah, all right.
So you get ready.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So happy for you. So proud of you. For those of you who are watching tonight, this is Chef Alva, my Shiro, my friend, my sister in the sisterhood. I'm telling you, she's a phenomenal woman. I'm telling you, you're talking about life and understanding life and how it goes, and having, just and just operating in real time in those
Mhm.
within those challenges, and just
Mhm.
taking it day by day.
Yes,
This is a whole nother queen right here, and we're
yes.
just so happy her show is coming back up, and she's gonna share with us, Alva, share with us, just give us a
Well,
little peek.
yeah, as you see here, not just the chef advocate and leadership, and that's for women living positively with HIV. So I've been on the radio through different through a particular app. Now I'm going to be on an actual radio station, and I'm going to start off with Sunday morning humming, which is my worship and praise set. But
Absolutely.
in all things I do is to welcome women who are living with HIV, living positively with HIV, women who are not positive with HIV, but no women that are, or women just that not positive and want to come and support that, because there's still a
Yeah.
fight in this illness and this disease, and a lot of stigma, and I want to just break it down, break the wall down with the stigma, definitely. So,
Exactly.
just, yeah, good conversations, understanding, of course, of the word, God's word, and
Yes.
and of ourselves, and sharing in a good, comfortable space with no
Exactly.
judgment.
With no
And
judgment. Exactly.
yes, and this lady here, or just is one that I have invited. I want her to be like a staple guest. So she
Yes.
can come in whenever she's available, whenever she wants, whenever she likes. And that's because, oh my gosh, we have such good conversations, such
Yes, we do.
inspiring conversations, such healthy conversations, uplifting conversations all over the phone. And I can't think of, and I'm glad that
Yes,
God has
yes.
brought her into my life in a particular time to meet her, and we have bonded. And like I said, I can't wait and have her on the show to chop it up with me.
Absolutely. And we're going to, as our African brothers and sisters said, we're going to chop.
Yeah,
We're going to chop. We're going to so chop. We're going
right,
to so
right,
chop.
right. Yeah, yes, indeed.
Yes, now, so it in reflecting, and I'm just happy for the opportunity and the space and the time to share with you, because it really makes me, I have to say, I feel more. It's not even just my feelings, but I think I was taking things a little bit for granted. I was taking things for granted. Sometimes you don't even know you're taking things for granted,
Uh-huh.
unbeknown to you, but until you start going through the trenches.
Mhm. Yeah.
Until you start going through different trenches and things like that, you're like, wow, such things as your basic needs, such as water, such
Mhm.
as having, a good source of water, such as having electricity, things like that, until you
Mhm.
actually go
Mhm.
through something like that. And,
Mhm.
and experiencing that and being able to share with you. And you really helped me to get through these things by just being there, and so many other people were there to help me to navigate things that I had no idea about, Alpha. And I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
grateful to be able to be here now to share it. And this is why we were on a break. I won't say a break. We were on like a little. It was a
Mhm.
delayed, but not. I have to say delayed but blessed, because
Amen.
sometimes in the delay is improvements. You make improvements while things are being delayed. You do things
Absolutely.
differently and you change in those challenges. So yeah,
Mhm.
because at this point I'm so grateful to be able to have this amazing peace that
Amen.
God showed me before. I mean, even here, you don't hear a thing in the background because
Mhm.
it's so quiet. I didn't
Yeah.
have to like stage this and stage that like I usually have to get quiet at a certain time. It is
Right,
quiet in
right.
my space all the time. I mean, sometimes you make some noise because you're building, you're doing stuff in the house, and you're making
Mhm.
improvements inside and outside your house, and you sometimes you need a little noise, and sometimes you need quiet. But you got to have balance. So
That's
I'm just saying there's balance. I'm
yeah.
finding more balance in my new home and things like that. And I'm so grateful. And again, like for the electricity, Alva, oh my God, America, as Bernie Mac said, America, you hear this? Listen, that electricity thing, it was busting me up. Oh my
Mm.
God, because when we first got to the house, another sort. We were just moving things around and moving in, and boom, no electricity. We was like, it was
Mhm.
a Scooby Doo moment for a second. I was like,
What?
you know how Scooby Doo, you know how when they tell him something and it hit him, he be like, I said, where's my Scooby
Mhm.
snacks? I was like
Mhm.
done. No electricity. It was a storm supposedly had passed through the electrical company. I don't want to shout them out because I'm gonna shout them out another way in another day, another sort. But right now, it's back on, and I'm so happy because I still had to work with them and things like that with my electrician to get the stuff back on. A storm had passed through.
Yeah,
They shut it all down because it was unsafe, and the electricity was running the water. We had no water, no electricity, nothing, and we
nothing.
had to
Wow.
relocate for about a month
Yeah,
and
a little more than a month and a half, or was it
close to about
two
a month.
months?
That probably couldn't have been done while I was here
Mhm.
in the house moving in, because you know how it is when you're moving. And I
Yeah,
hadn't moved in so long. I hadn't moved in
yeah,
so long,
yeah.
family. And when you haven't moved in so long, it's a whole nother pathway.
Hmm.
So yeah, so here we are. Electricity fixed. The water is fixed. Still has
Mm.
to. We still have to reevaluate some of the things concerning the water, because when you have a house, a well water and stuff like that, you got to get
Right.
it tested on a regular. You have to have a good filtration system, and sump pump. You got it's a whole learning curve. It's a whole new learning curve
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah,
Grand Queen. I'm just saying.
yeah. Well, I think it's good to always learn because we all should
Yes.
be
Mm-hmm.
willing and always, as we go through life, just absorb and learn more and more. Because it's never settled until you stop breathing.
That part. That part, Alpha, for sure, till you stop
Yeah,
breathing.
yeah,
For sure.
yeah. So it's good. That's good, and
Yeah.
it's good that this journey of yours that God has put you in, and you are obediently in it and enjoying it through all of its um, tweaks. Let me say,
Yeah, it is tweaks. Actually, right.
unexpectedly, yeah.
That's a good one.
But
Tweaks.
you're
Yeah.
you're accepting to learn from it, okay, and with patience,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
that part.
understanding.
That
Yeah,
part with
yeah.
patience.
And you told me, and as this is going on, you and your hubby, you're meeting people, you're meeting
Mm-hmm.
new people, whether
Absolutely.
workers and neighbors. So that's even
Exactly.
something nice to look at. Imagine you just moved
Exactly.
in and everything is
Yeah.
just good. Well, then
Exactly.
you got to wait to meet, or who do I meet? So, I mean, you got to look at things in a positive way. Yeah. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. And I want
mhm,
to give a shout out to my electrician, Eric. He's
yeah,
amazing. He
yeah.
is so good, Eric. I tell you, he's just phenomenal. And a shout out to my realtor, also who sold us the house. He is another amazing person. I just love him. I just love all these guys. John, the home inspector, everybody. The realtor, Alan, and closing costs, my closing cost attorney, Albert. I just love you guys. It's just been so good. So yeah, so here we are at the mental health check-in, and I hope you all, everybody who I just gave a shout, we just shared a shout out with. I hope you all have a prospering, promising, healthy, and amazing new year and more years to come, as Chef Alba
Mhm,
said. And as we reflect on the past, and and what impacted our mental health, so many things have impacted us,
mhm,
our mental health, our physical health, and some of us are still going
mhm. It's a little
to get a
pause.
chance to watch. um, Queen, I call her Queen Victoria,
Mhm.
and more. She's also my ride or die.
Oh,
and things, and ain't nobody dying on her watch. So she ride till things happen, and she'll
yeah.
help you to ride till stuff happen, till the right
Mhm.
thing happens. And I'm praying with you, V, and I pray that you in Orlando have an amazing, wonderful forthcoming year, and everybody around you have that same experience and more. And as we set goals and finding joy in our community, and also Rabbi Hecht, if I'm pronouncing it right, a new friend in the community. If you're watching, you get a chance to watch. Thank you for shining and sharing with me and welcoming me into the neighborhood, into the community, um, and just some historical reflections. How do we celebrate? I was just doing a little thing about just thinking about like how people celebrated in the 1800s. It came up in an email, a crazy email.
Did it? What did it say?
Yeah, it said, "How do you think? How did people celebrate and party in the 1800s?" I was like,
Well, I would say definitely they had a feast.
Okay, that part. Absolutely.
They were big on that in that time. Every a feast, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Dances.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
dances
And
like ballroom.
ballrooms
Yeah,
and
very
mm-hmm.
what do you say? Kind of prestige, if you will. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
And then I did a cross comparison, said how did people in the 1800s, how did slaves celebrate? Actually party. How did they party in the 1800s? And it was
Hmm.
quite different. It was some of the same thing, but it was different based upon culture. And I was like, wow,
Yeah.
because I thought
Yeah.
about like how our people passed through the 1800s compared to other nations and other cultural practices. And I was like, what were we
Hmm.
doing in the 1800s? What kind of partying were we doing? And
Hmm.
the answer came up. We were going to church, celebrating. In the
Right.
1800s, we were
Giving thanks
celebrating
always.
our culture, would give right, that part.
Hmm.
And I was
Hmm.
like, wow.
And
So we
feasting.
have a lot more
And,
freedom
and
and
of course,
feasting.
I would presume they had to do it low key because they were slaves.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
And that's the historical factors and the
hmm.
comparison for partying in the 1800s compared
Yeah.
to other cultures. And I was like, wow, look at the long way we've come. Although we still have some journeys to
Mm,
to impart, but
yeah.
we've come a long way in freedom. We've come a long way
Yes, we have.
and
Yes,
in
we have.
sharing those freedoms and understanding what real freedom is and the
Right.
effects of it on our mental health, the effects on it and our health, period. And I
Hmm.
was like, wow, God, we have so much to celebrate
Hmm.
every day. It can't possibly be the same old compared to where we have come and compared to where we're going. There's no way. There's no
Hmm.
way it could be the same old. We have a lot to be thankful for and to move in
Always.
that freedom.
Always.
Oh my God, to move in
Always.
that freedom.
There's
Hmm.
something I think special about when I said they the slaves. I would think that they had to celebrate low key because they were slaves.
Yes,
But
yes.
there's a thing about celebrating low key.
Mm,
The focus is very specific. It's not about, if you understand and learn from that, it's not about the hoopla for everyone to hear and everyone to know. It's just whoever is there, whoever is invited, and you're giving thanks. And it's
would
very
be.
specific. Yeah. It's not boastful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, that part, like how much was spent on this, that, and the other. A
Hmm.
lot of people like to boast on how much they spent on the party and the places that they went instead of, I don't
Right.
know, just keep it simple. Because I
Yeah.
believe if you keep it simple, I mean, independent on it, also depends on the
Hmm.
celebration. If it's a wedding, a funeral, because some people do celebrate. We do our culture. We celebrate
Yeah.
funerals because it's a
Yeah.
rite of passage. We
Mhm. I
celebrate the
think you
person.
can be extravagant if you want and if you will, but still
Right.
the thing about low key is it's just more authentic in your heart. It's not boastful out
Exactly.
to the world, screaming out to the world, look at me, look at me. It's a very specific
Exactly.
message that you're dealing
It's
with in your
true.
heart, one to another.
It's true.
Hmm. Yeah.
It is so true. It is so
Yeah.
true. So
Yeah.
we get to celebrate in so many different ways. We get to celebrate life. We get to celebrate with our communities, and we get to share like the goals and the possible things that can happen. Like the next steps, mindfulness and self practicing mindfulness and self compassion,
Mhm.
embracing change and growth. Planning to celebrate personal growth. That part, because that's what
Mhm.
happened to me. The whole time that we was in the hotel, I was like, wow, I had to reevaluate my personal self,
Mhm.
and like, hey, are you growing or are you gonna fall? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna fall back or are you gonna go forth
Right.
and just grow and
Right.
just be this more amazing? Allow this journey to be more amazing to you. Allow this journey to just open up more, because it was like being in the Red Sea. I'm just saying, but the
Mhm.
Red Sea led the Hebrews to a whole nother place. Even though they stayed, they could have made the journey at a shorter time, but the experience, sometimes a lot of things need to be weeded out.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
things need to be sorted out.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I thank God for the personal experience and the mindfulness to be conscious and to
Mhm.
be aware, because some
Right.
people, they're not aware. And I thank God
Mhm.
for the opportunity to be that example, to be the product. And then the people do what they want to do, with the product, with the sources. I thank God
Yes.
for that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Mm, yeah.
So I
So
think
now,
about it. Kind of, you kind of got set up in a way like I thought you are now. All of these things happen to you at the beginning of this new
right,
journey. So
right.
you're already set up for anything that may come down the road. You got your
Absolutely.
electrician, you got this one, you learned about this, you learned about that, So you're already set up because this is what life does. It gives us different things and challenges to deal with. But you've learned a lot
Exactly.
in the beginning. Isn't that something?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? In the beginning.
Exactly. In the beginning. In the beginning. Wow, my goodness. And the beginning, what is it, I believe it's Ecclesiastes or is it Proverbs? The beginning, better is the end of a thing than the beginning,
Beginning. Yeah.
because it's sort of like the goal. It's like the end game, the
Mm-hmm.
what
Mm-hmm.
produces what's produced in
Right.
the end, and
Right.
which helps you to move forward.
Right.
um some people are anxious. I haven't been like, God, when is this gonna end? I
Mm-hmm.
just had to learn that at the end of it, I will get to the next steps, but I had to
Right.
understand what I was coming to in the end.
Right.
I had to
Right.
understand how to become more mobile, how to understand that all information and experiences
Right.
are valuable. I had to
Right. And
value
all
it.
right. And
I
all
had
of
to
that you
value it.
carry into your ending. That's about
Yes.
gaining more knowledge and wisdom and utilizing.
Exactly,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. So it's just, and it also produces happiness too, Alpha. It
Mm.
produces this joy, that part, the joy,
Okay.
because happiness, I don't know, I believe happiness accompanies joy, because happiness and joy is like two different things. Happiness could be like a little temporary, but joy is
Right.
long lasting because it shows you the in depths of why
Yeah.
you're happy. It shows you,
Yeah.
like, it motivates you, and you have sources and
Mm-hmm.
resources that shows you where and why you need to do things, why you need to keep it up, and why you need to change. That's joy. And in
Okay.
comes understanding and wisdom. That's joy.
Mm-hmm. Now,
So
joy of the world
yeah.
or joy of the Lord?
Joy of the Lord. Joy of the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Joy. There it is.
That is that.
There it is.
That is everlasting.
Yes,
It's the best
yes.
joy ever.
New,
It's
new,
the only joy we
new.
should strive for.
Exactly, exactly. Because it's so fulfilling. Because sometimes you get those little hotspots. Even like with the internet, you get those little hotspots. And if
Mm-hmm.
you're passing through someplace to another area and your phone goes dead for a second while
Yeah.
you're driving or while you're talking, even if you're in the house, sometimes you get those little hotspots. I
Mm-hmm.
call them hotspots, although a hotspot technically is a different thing. but you get those little dead zones, should I say.
Right,
And
right.
sometimes when we go through those little dead zones, it's the perfect time for reflection. And sometimes you just need to just stop and just say, hey, all right,
Mhm.
this is a moment that I need to just stop it, as we say, to just
Yeah,
stop the
that's
show,
right.
stop the
Right,
nonsense,
right.
and just do things a different way, become more accountable and responsible, and learn how to respond, become more proactive and assertive in our responses. And
Yes.
that takes time, because sometimes you feel like a roaring sea. You just feel like the ocean, like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
woo. When that ocean
Definitely.
experience comes up, you be like, woo, somebody throw some water on me.
Yeah, yeah.
My house is I'm on fire, because
Right.
you're the anxiety and your emotions is like on top of you, and all
Yeah.
that takes time. It takes time to quell
Mhm.
and calm down, so you can really see the real picture, the real issue,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
deal with
Yeah.
it, and deal with
Yeah.
it, because some people will never change. Some people will never change, Alba.
Right.
It
Right.
doesn't mean that you as an individual, it doesn't mean that you cannot change just because
That's
that other
right.
person isn't.
Amen to that. Say
So
that louder, man.
mm-hmm.
Because people,
Uh-huh.
how many times have I heard people don't change because they don't
Mm,
see people that change. So they don't
mm.
believe in the change.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but ooh,
That's
yeah,
key. That is
yeah,
a key to the kingdom, my
yeah.
Shiro. Because
Uh,
if you don't have examples of change, then
mhm.
how is it possible, right? Oh
Right,
my God.
right,
How is
right,
it possible if you don't have
right,
examples?
right.
And I have to say, family, for those of you who are watching tonight, seek good examples. Because sometimes, we gotta like
Mhm,
weed out those bad examples in our life. Just weed them
mhm,
out. And let
mhm.
God teach you.
And you know what? It might not be when you say the bad example. I just want to elaborate on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily that it's just about for you. What is for you?
Right. Right.
Like they might not be a bad example, like overall. No, no, no. It's is
Right.
that the path that you're on? Is that for you?
Exactly. Exactly.
If it's a contrast, don't bother. If
Right.
it's a contrast,
Exactly.
because where can you grow from?
Exactly.
But to have that one or two experience and learn from it, and a lot of times if you can minister to people that bring you contrast, that's beautiful too, because that's what God wants us.
Exactly.
But,
Exactly.
but
and
yeah.
uh and you're right, and learning to appreciate that space and time.
Mhm.
Thank God for, I'm
Mhm.
always saying that these days, even more so, thank God for time. Because time does a lot of, it could do damage, however it can fix stuff too. Some
Really?
things you may not be able to fix all at once, but it can fix it enough so you can maneuver and you can see it in depth, because
Mm.
sometimes it can be so invisible to us.
Mhm. Mhm.
So with time, I believe you get those little peaks, you know,
Mhm.
sort of like, the difference between peak time and what is it, off peak times.
Yeah, yeah,
Those
yeah.
are two different variations. So it's sometimes life is like that. It's off peak and then it's peaked, and
Mhm.
which makes a huge difference in understanding, and it brings volume. It really adds
Mhm.
volume to
Mhm.
wisdom and understanding, uh, with the right time, and just
Right,
being more patient with yourself. Be
right,
patient with
right,
yourself,
right.
family. Please be more patient with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for
You don't
those of you
have
who are
to force.
watching on YouTube,
Mhm.
exactly.
We don't
and
have to
i and
force.
i know you don't, and to go through the unforced, there's something called unforced rhythms, like the
Mm.
natural rhythms of
Amen.
life.
Yes, yes.
Accept those unforced rhythms. You don't got to make it up. You got to push. You don't have to, just overexert yourself. Just accept it as a natural rhythm, and you'll be able to get through it even better than you could even have imagined. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube tonight, thank you so much, Ariel, who's watching on YouTube tonight, my baby girl. I see you guys tonight, watching live, and thank you so much for passing through. And we just hope, and again, this is this is the pit stop check in tonight, early celebrating. Our New Year's coming in, and we just love it. And we love you like no other, as God does. And just want to share this little bit of, I got to just pop a little scripture up in here. I'm just saying, Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 20 says, the harvest has passed, the summer is ended, and we are not yet saved. This is a powerful phrase. For those of you who know, this is the Message Bible version. For those of you who believe you just need to just stick with the King James version, it's okay. Get
Yeah.
with the flow. Drop the ball and change. I'm just saying. This verse is very powerful, and it's just a reminder that it's okay to acknowledge our struggles and seek support. Seek support.
Mm,
Make it your business for 2025 to seek some type of good
mhm.
support that matches your system, that matches your
Yes,
systematic
indeed.
approach, that matches your
With,
mindfulness, that matches your comfort level.
yes,
Seek support.
without shame or blame.
There you go. Oh, say it again. Say it again, my
Without
Shiro.
shame or blame. Seek.
Without shame or blame.
Hmm.
There it is. Seek support
Hmm.
without shame. Don't be ashamed. Because that's true. So many people are ashamed because in this here America, the the taboo of mental illness is just rampant. Some people, and it depends on the culture. It depends on the belief system. It depends on many variables. However, you should you should never be ashamed to speak to the right person, because somebody's going to listen to you. Somebody's going to find a link or something to help you to get through it, even if
Hmm.
you have to just wait a while. But once you
Yeah.
begin to have that conversation with somebody, with the right person, if all they can do is just listen, that is a good starting point, because that just kills shame right there. Because shame can bring guilt. Shame can bring so many things that don't belong to you. For those of you who are watching and listening, it can bring you to a point of no return.
Hmm.
And that's not what we want for you in
Hmm.
2025. That's not what we want for you ever.
Hmm.
From here on in, make it your business to drop the ball on shame and guilt, to
Hmm.
drop the ball on anxiety. Get rid of the anxiety. Get rid of things that sometimes, things that people say to you are very hurtful. They're like
Hmm.
daggers. They're like
Yeah.
darts. People who like to play darts. They're always hitting the target, always aiming for the target, right? Even though sometimes the darts may be all over the board, but based upon practice, they those painkillers. I call them pain bodies. Dr.
Hmm.
Amen, he calls them pain bodies. They bring the pain because their aim is to bring it, not to
Hmm.
stop it. Their aim is to bring it. So now, you got to flip the script. Flip the script. Drop the ball on that, and find a plan, find a way through, to get rid of those pain bodies and the things that hurt you the most. How to just flip it and reverse it in the invisible. It can
Hmm.
happen. It can happen. That's my little experience. Uh, Sometimes I talk to grandma about my problems or my issue. She said, let God, let him do it. I'm like, well, how's that possible? But I found out that in time, certain things you learn to accept and certain things you learn to not accept. And when you say, listen, I'm not going to accept this, that, and the other, that's when you begin to work through the situation. You begin to work it through your mind, your heart, and you get the kind of support that you need. And you become accountable. And you
Hmm.
also have other people to help you become accountable, and possibly the other party, because there's so many different parties involved in the mental health healing process. In the healing process, there's many different people that's involved in that process. And that's something we all have to find out who those people are, who
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
agencies are, and things like. And it takes time. But thank
Hmm.
God, as you said, patience.
Hmm.
Let patience be
It's
friend
frozen.
family. Gonna be out of here
All
in
right.
a minute. We're gonna be out of here in a minute. Just starting up our celebration for the new and forthcoming new you, new me, new us, new Just
Amen.
Stop It, and the new Pit Stop. And we look forward to seeing you guys. We will be back with you guys alternate Sundays starting this Sunday. Hopefully, starting this Sunday, we will
Mhm.
be back because it'll be our first Sunday, right? And after that, we will have alternate Sundays. But every Wednesday, we'll have our mental health check-in with the pit stop, and we'll have the Just Stop It show, our main our main streaming show, every other Sunday. So again,
Okay.
that's probably like twice a month. If it's 31 days and it falls on, and sometimes those 31-day months we may have like a third Sunday show, but it depends. But definitely, however, we'll have some new stuff. Please talk with us. Go online at juststopitms.com and view our previous. You can look at our previous shows, and we're gonna have some new stuff on there. Just Stop It Mindset. .com. We're gonna have some new stuff there. And please, any topics, more information, sources of information, please see us at YouTube. And we're also going to be getting a new platform where you guys can just actually add that information. If you have sources of information, we're going to be getting a new platform for you to add those sources of information. This is why you need to pass through on YouTube and share those sources of information with us as well. But you can also like us and share those sources of information at the Just Stop It show on YouTube. Just key in Just Stop It at YouTube and you'll see us there, right? And again, we're very excited. And every community leader, we are trying to link up with community leaders as well so we can help drop the ball and say goodbye to the old foolishness and mayhem. And also, I'm close to, we'd like to see some stuff happen in Albany too. Some good things happen in Albany, because some of the mental health laws need to change. And we've been talking about that. We've been advocating about that. We're not trying to change the wheel. We just want to, help people to be able to maneuver, to be able to have conversations with their local community leaders, because it's affecting our young people, it's affecting our seniors, it's affecting
Mm.
so many people across generations because the family trajectory, the family uh, composition has changed. And some people don't may not have the sources and they may not know what to do. So we need you. We need you to share with us
Mhm.
the stats or whatever's happening in your community and where people can go for good mental health support and other stuff. So
Mhm.
back. And I just want to thank you, Alva. I love you.
I love you also.
And just thank you for the love.
Yes, you're welcome, and
Absolutely.
love to your guests and your family.
Absolutely.
And
Yes,
I
thank
want to
you.
say, drop the ball on the things you don't need. Raise the ball for the goodness in you to be seen.
All right. Ah, say it again. Repeat
Drop
that.
the ball on the things you don't need. Raise the ball for the goodness in you to be seen.
Wow. Thank you, Alva.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Alva. That set it up for the coming year. That set us right in the mindset, in the
Mhm.
mindfulness and consciousness of God and his amazing creations. Family, take that and eat it like you're at the banquet table. I'm just saying, right? At the banquet table, new you, new year, new amazing things for you. And we look forward to hearing from you. And we'll be back next week. And stay safe out there for those of you who are traveling tonight, for those of you who intend to party, those of you who intend to celebrate with family and friends. Stay
Mhm.
safe and stay
Yes,
mindful that you deserve the best mental health. And also
right.
stay in love with each other. We love you
Mm.
like no other as God does. Stay
Amen.
great. Absolutely.
Happy New
See you
Year.
shortly. Happy
All
New Year,
right.
Alva.
See you
In a
shortly.
while.
Crocodile.
Absolutely. Yes, now.
Right.
See you guys next week. All
Bye to
right.
all.
Bye bye.